Alright, it's Ash from SuperVideos back for another live stream Q&A. This is going to be Q&A number 104. So, I know we did a live stream yesterday as well, a QA live stream, but as I said, I'll be doing two live stream Q&As a week, one on Friday night, one on Saturday. For my time, it's in the afternoon. And the reason for that is that this one is more or less directed towards those of you that can't join us live during the Friday night Q&A because it might be a little late for you guys, and based on the time zone that you might have, you might not be able to join us live and ask questions. So that's what that's about. But of course, if you did join the live stream yesterday, you're welcome to stick around in this one as well and ask questions. So let's get right into the questions. Ken the God Gaming says hi. And then you say, start doing Q&As every day. Hi, how are you? Glad you could join. I probably won't do one every day, but I'll start doing a bit more. Not just live stream Q&As, but live stream discussions as well. So stay tuned for that. But I think every day is a bit too much, so I won't do every day. But and you might have noticed I'm a bit sick. I have a cold, so just in case I sound weird, that's why. Candy God Gaming, hopefully that guy won't come back. Yeah, the guy from last night that ruined or spoiled part of the next episode for me, probably. We don't know for sure, but yeah, I hope if he does come back, I hope he doesn't spoil anything else. I hope he just asks questions and, you know, leaves spoilers out of his questions. Ken the God Gaming, who do you think will be in the Whisperer lineup? I actually did a separate video on that like a couple weeks ago. My predictions have changed from then, but I think it's a difficult one. But I think possibly we will have a very big character in there. Maybe Carol, maybe Ezekiel, one of the two. I think Jerry is possibly going to be there as well, but I don't think they'll do all at the same time. I think it's one of these three. One of Jerry, Carol, and Ezekiel for sure, I think. And aside from that, I think we will see maybe one of the saviors that's more well-known, like one of the guards, maybe something like that. We might see someone from Alexandria, a somewhat background character, but a somewhat main character. You know what I mean? A character that's there, but it's not really a main character. Something like that. Because they do need to build that up and show us that, damn, this is a big moment. You know what I mean? So it shouldn't be all small characters, but at the same time, I don't think it'll be Rick or Maggie, for sure. I think they have something different planned for Maggie and for Rick. Specifically for Rick, it seems like he's not even going to be showing up, or he's not even going to be there when the Whisperers show up. The majority of the Whisperers, or that big arc that's going to lead to the lineup and go from there. He's not going to be there for much of that. So obviously that means that he's probably not going to be in the lineup, and I'm happy about that. I'm not happy that he's not going to be part of the story for the Whisperers, but I am happy that they're not going to have his head on the stick, because I don't think he should be getting that. Now, other than that, I don't really see anyone else that could possibly be on the lineup. They might not even do as many people as they had in the comics. They might reduce that to maybe 5 people, maybe 4 people. Johanna Rivas says, hi, how are you? Glad you could join. All right, there's 4 people watching, so more people will probably join as we go along here. And let me know if there's anything weird with the stream, if it's lagging, if there's problems. Let me know right away so I can get it fixed. As we're waiting here for more people to join and ask questions, I'm just gonna do something real quick here. I can't see the chat right now, so if you ask the question, I'll answer it in a bit. Alright, so that should be good. Alright, let's go back to the questions. Ken the God Gaming, I have a series on my YouTube channel and it's basically zombie apocalypse. I don't know if I should kill off a big character and I don't know if my fans like right now. What should I do? Well, look at your story. Don't just kill off characters for a shock factor. Think about the story. Think about how the story is going to move forward if you kill these characters. You know what I mean? And don't just kill a character just because it's going to move another character's story forward for a short period of time. Like, you should have a long-term plan in mind for the characters. And I'm not saying, like, way ahead of time, but it shouldn't be, like, small. Like, the impact of the deaths should be significant. Ken the God Gaming, in Season 9, do you think there will be a civil war? I think there will be conflict and tension internally between Maggie, Rick, Daryl, and the others, but I don't think we'll see a full-scale civil war. I don't think we'll see that, and I don't think we need it. Johanna Rivas, is that a Michael Myers picture in the background? No, that's actually a variant cover for issue 180, The Walking Dead. That's actually Alpha from the comics. If you don't know the comics, then you don't know this character, but this character is going to show up in Season 9. Very excited. She's a very intimidating villain, just to say the least. But yeah, it's not Michael Myers, it's just a variant of one of the villains from the Walking Dead comic book series that we will most likely see in Season 9. Johanna Rivas, oh, yeah. So, I think the camera just disconnected here. Let me fix the camera, and then we'll get back to the questions here. All right, I think we're good. Yeah, I think we're back. Should be good now. Yeah, so for Johanna Rivas, I think from the looks of it, you don't read the comics, which is perfectly fine, but definitely, yeah, that villain is a very interesting villain. I don't want to reveal too much for you, but yeah, you're gonna be very surprised. She's unlike any other villain we've seen so far, so you'll definitely be interested and excited to see this character moving forward. Ken the God Gaming, hopefully Alpha has a bigger part, so is Beta. Yeah, I hope both of them have a bigger part, and for those of you that don't know, Beta is Alpha's right-hand man, basically. They're together, they are, I reckon they're very intimidating, and they have a very weird lifestyle, let's say. Let's just say that. And even in the apocalyptic world, their story arc and their way of life is unorthodox. You know what I mean? I don't want to reveal too much, but stay tuned for both those characters, because they're very interesting characters. And yeah, just to answer Ken the God Gaming, yeah, I hope specifically Alpha has a bigger part, and also Beta. For as big of the cast members are, like the actors that they've cast for those, they're big, right? They're very well known. So that leads me to think that their story arcs are going to be, or the character story arc that they're playing is going to be big as well. And they're probably going to remix that and add more than what we've seen in the comics, which I really like, because I think their introduction was very well done, but their story arc was very short in the comics. Ken the God Gaming, do you think Tara should die? I don't want her to. Oh yeah, Tara is definitely on the list as well, for those that might be in the lineup. Tara is definitely one of them. Just going to say something quick here before we get more questions. For those of you that don't know, we have a weekly upload schedule for the channel. You can actually check it out at the start and end of every video. Not this one, not the live stream ones, any other video. And also, if you like and follow the Facebook page of the channel, the link is in the description, you will be able to not only check the upload schedule, but also stay tuned about uploads every day. In terms of, I'm going to say I uploaded this video, so you can go and check it out. And also, you'll be able to have a heads up on live stream discussions, not Q&As that are on the upload schedule, but live stream discussions that are not on the schedule. But definitely go there and follow and like the page if you want to stay tuned and stay updated about, what we're going to upload every day on the channel and the content that we have coming up. Ken the God Gaming, do you think Rosita Ezekiel should die like the way they did in the comics? I don't think Rosita is going to, mostly because they haven't set it up in a way where she is going to die, you know what I mean? And that might change, obviously, but they have been building up either Carol, Jerry, or Ezekiel to be in the lineup. Even now, they're building that up. So, like I said, I think one of those will most likely be in the lineup. Ezekiel, Jerry, and Carol. And maybe Tara as well. And also, for those of you that don't follow the comics, I think Johanna Rivas is one of them. You also want to stay tuned for this in the show as well. Obviously, that's Negan, and the other is Alpha. You stay tuned for that. That's not really a spoilery picture, but stay tuned for this, because It's epic. Trust me. Voltix33, hello there. Hello, glad you could join us live. All right, I'm gonna put a little message, but I'll be back. I'm just gonna go get some water and I'll be right back. Continue asking questions and I'll answer it once I'm back. All right, I am back. Let's see if there's any questions that I missed. Nope. Ken the God Gaming, what happened? I just left to get some water. My throat was dry, so I just went to get some water. Voltix33, what do you think would happen if Negan met Daniel Salazar? Negan and Daniel Salazar, that's an interesting combination. I think Negan would treat Daniel Salazar the same way he's treating the people that he knows are trouble. You know what I mean? Like Daryl, like Rick. He's not gonna just, have them in the background. He's gonna keep an eye on them. He's gonna realize that they're a threat. And Daniel Salazar, just like Rick or Daryl, is not gonna just sit back. He's gonna want to fight. He's gonna want to, take back his freedom. Voltix33, have you heard heard that Mbappe scored 4 goals in 13 minutes? That's insane. I didn't know that. That's insane, yeah. And for those of you that don't know, we're talking about football or soccer for everyone else in North America. Ken the God Gaming, what do you think would happen if Negan and Nick met or meet? Nick is dead, so they can't meet. If they met, I think Nick would probably not want to risk fighting back. He would probably do something along the lines of what Michonne wanted to do, which is just do what they want us to do for now, and we'll slowly, fight back. But Rick, Daniel Salazar, and some of the others like Daryl, they want to fight back right away. They can't, or they don't think it's good to do a slow fight or have a slow fight. They want to have a fight that they just want to go right at it. You know what I mean? And obviously for Rick, the thing that stopped him was what happened to Glenn and Abe, and what was potentially going to happen to Carl during 701. That's what kind of stopped him in his tracks. Animated Alex, what's up? Not much, glad you could join. Voltex33, do you like Princess? New character from the comics. She's a bit extra, I think. A little extra for me. But, it's an interesting character, but sometimes I'm like, just go on with the story. I don't want to have the cheesy, an extra story arc for Princess. Let's just follow with the story. Let's just go. But I do understand how some people might like her. And in a way, she's a combination of Abraham, Ezekiel, and some of the other lighter characters that we've seen throughout the series. Not only in the comics, but the show as well. Ken the God Gaming, yes, I do like her. I like her, it's just that sometimes she's just a little too extra. Animated Alex, do you think we'll see the wagon again? Didn't they use the wagon when they were going back? They used it, right? Yeah, I think they used it, and I think they will continue using it when they want to move around and they want to travel long distances. Seems like the camera died again, so let me just try to fix it. There we go. I don't know why the camera keeps doing that. I hope I can figure out a way to fix that, but yeah. I don't know why it keeps doing that. I gotta play around with the settings. Maybe it's something that I'm missing. It just disconnects from the computer and freezes, basically. Animated Alex. Oh, I just answered that. Johanna Rivas. Well, I gotta go. Now it was fun being here. Bye. Bye. Thank you for joining and asking questions. We are 25 minutes in, so we'll just go for 10 more minutes, and depending on whether we get some questions going and everything, we might end it, but we'll go for 10 minutes for now. Animated Alex, I hope we see some horror this season. I think we will. The zombie with the spiders in its face, that was absolutely disgusting and chilling, honestly. So I think we will see or continually see gnarly walkers, disgusting walkers, and potentially some more horror, especially with the Whispers coming. I think that there's a lot of room for them to introduce the horror aspect back into the show. Voltix33, what do you think will last longer, the show or the comics? The comics, I think. Obviously, the comics is going to keep going, but the show, depending on its popularity, it might die down, but I don't think the comics will ever die down. I think the comics will keep going for a long, long time. Now, that doesn't mean that spin-off shows won't get introduced. There might be spin-off shows that are coming that outlast the comics. But the main show, I don't think that it'll last longer than the comics. Jose Rivas says, hi, glad you could join. Who is the other one? His last name was Rivas as well, Johanna Rivas. I'm not sure if you're related or not, but you got the same last names. Animated Alex, because hordes aren't scary. Yes, but like I said, with the Whispers coming, there's a lot of room for them to introduce the horror aspect of the show. Or bring that back. 10 times more than what we've seen already even. Jose Rivas says we're siblings. Oh, that's pretty cool. So you both watch the channel. That's pretty cool. And yeah, you said me and Johanna. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Animated Alex. Oh, interesting. Yeah, that's actually very cool. Voltix33, it would be cool if Negan met Princess. Yes, that would be amazing. Imagine a conversation between Negan and Princess. I can't even fathom what that would look like, or like how that would go. That's just that's interesting. That's a good question, or that's a good comment, not a question really. Negan might actually dig her. They're each other's type, I think. Jose Rivas, want to play T or D? What does that mean? I don't even know. Animated Alex, Rick can't go. He's the famous Rick Grimes. Yeah, I'm not looking forward to Rick leaving for sure. I don't think anyone's gonna be ready for that. Animated Alex, the guy who ended the war. Yeah, that's where that came from. When the guy at the sanctuary said he's the guy that ended the war, that's what Michonne was referring to when she said the famous Rick Grimes. Jose Rivas, truth or dare? Oh. Let's just stick with the Q&A right now. This is not really that type of channel. Alright, we're 31 minutes in. We'll go for 5 more minutes and that'll be the end of the stream. This was a pretty good stream. And like I said, we will continually doing Saturday streams as well, the live stream Q&As. So Friday night it will be 6 p.m. Mountain Time. And Saturdays it'll be 1 p.m. Mountain Time. So also there's the schedule for the channel. You can check that out to see uploads. Like I said, you can see it at the start and end of every video other than the live stream videos. And also you will be able to have a heads up on live stream discussions that we have, because those are not really in the upload schedule. Voltix33, I can't stand Sebastian. I don't hate someone like that for a long time. Yeah, I think Sebastian is... Who is Sebastian? Let me think. I think it's from the comics. Commonwealth, right? I think it's the son of the leader of Commonwealth. I'm drawing a blank on everyone's name here. But I think that's the guy you're talking about. Absolutely, I hate him too. Animated Alex, the fight between Daryl and the Savior should be interesting. Yes, and Aaron is in there as well. I think what leads up to that fight is very interesting to see, and also what happens after. Voltix33, who would win shooting contest, John Dory or Rick Grimes? Oh, probably John Dory, because Rick can't really aim. We know that, right? He couldn't shoot Rick or Negan when he was 10 or 2 feet from Negan. So I think John Dory would win in a shooting contest. Animated Alex, Rick Grimes all the way. Rick is the easy answer, but I think John Dory is a better shot than Rick. Think about what John Dory did. That was a long distance. When he shot the walker that was just about to bite Morgan when they were up in the building, that was a long distance. Rick would never have been able to make that shot. Voltix33, I really like the content on the channel. Keep up the good work. Thank you. I appreciate the support. And yeah, there's going to be a lot more coming for the channel in the coming months. But for now, the first big step that I took was to bring back some of the most popular series on the channel and also have more consistent daily videos. And that goes back to the upload schedule and everything. But yeah. There's going to be a lot more interesting stuff to come. I'm glad that you like the content. And yeah, I couldn't have been able to do this without the support of you guys. So I really appreciate that. Voltix33, John would be a good right-hand man for Rick. Yeah, that would be a deadly combination, I think. John Dory's a little... I don't want to say soft, but compared to Rick, John Dory might be a good shot, but when it really comes to it, Rick Grimes can do things that John Dory can't even dream of doing or like want to do. Think about it. Rick bit the guy's throat out. Rick is insane, trust me. When Rick is on his I don't give a shit mood, he is insane. Or I have nothing to lose. That's a better way to put it. Voltex33, I have to go. Bye, Ash. Bye, thank you for joining and supporting the channel and asking questions and everything. I probably will go in a bit as well. We are 37 minutes in. We'll go for another 3 minutes. And that'll be the end of the stream as well. So rapid fire Q&A and comments for the last 3 minutes. Giuseppe Da Rosa, yo Ash. Yeah, glad you could join. We're almost at the end of the stream anyway, but glad you could join us. Epic Zombie Killer, hey Ash, sorry I'm late. No worries, glad you could join. Again, we're like almost at the end of the stream here, but glad you could join. Giuseppe De Rosa, I didn't get a notification. Yeah, I think if you go to the channel's homepage, you should see a bell, right? And if you press that bell, you'll get notifications about uploads, basically. Jose Rivas, do you play Fortnite? No, I don't. I'm not really a gamer. Giuseppe De Rosa, I always got notifications, just not today. Must be a YouTube thing. Yeah, so if you did used to get it, then you're probably fine. It's just a YouTube thing, probably. Epic Zombie Killer, hey Ash, how do you feel about TV Ezekiel? Is he as good as the comic version? I think he's better than the comic version. He's a bit more cheesy than the comic version, or he comes off as more cheesy, but I do think that he's a better version of the character. Giuseppe De Rosa, AMC Premiere is awesome. Is it AMC Premium or Premiere? Because I keep hearing both names. But yeah, I think it's pretty cool as well. But like I said, I don't know if I want to get it right now. I don't know. I might. And then you say something else that I missed. Giuseppe De Rosa, I'm going to watch The Walking Dead at 12 p.m. Yeah, you get it a day early. And you say it's only $5. Yeah, $5 a month. I might actually do that, but I don't know if it's connected to my cable or how that's going to work, or if it's something separate. So I'll have to do some research on that, but I might do that. Epic Zombie Killer, Q&A, hey Ash, when do you think we'll see Alpha? Probably second half of the season. Season 9 episode, probably not even 9, but probably 10, 11, somewhere there. Because that's when it was announced that she's joining, right? And also, just because we're not going to see the actress as Alpha, that doesn't mean we might not see, or we won't see the character with the mask on in the Walkers sometime earlier than that. It's unlikely, but we might. Giuseppe De Rosa, would you like to have Daryl in the comics? Yeah, it would be cool to see someone like Daryl in the comics. Giuseppe De Rosa, if Daryl was Rick's right-hand man in the show, who is Rick's right-hand man in the comics? It was Abraham, I think. And then when Abraham died, it was... Who was it then, after that? I think Dwight, to an extent. Jose Rivas, who is Bird Rick Mage? Bird Rick Mage? I have no idea who that is. We'll go for 2 more minutes. Just because we got some more people, I extended it a bit. But we'll go for 2 more minutes of rapid fire Q&A, and that'll be the end of the stream here. Giuseppe De Rosa, will Dwight return in season 9? It's unlikely at this point, but if he does come back, it's probably gonna be closer to the end of the season. Maybe episodes 14, 15, or 16. Giuseppe De Rosa, will you do a live tomorrow? Probably not. I will have the reaction up and the trailer breakdown for the next episode, and we'll just keep going with the schedule that way. Epic Zombie Killer Q&A, hey Ash, how well do you think the show would have done if they did the exact same events in the comics? That's difficult to answer. There are some things that they did in the show that wasn't in the comics that was well done, and it added to the show. There are parts where it would have been better if they did stick to the comics or the comic material. So it's difficult to say. It depends on what season, what story you're talking about. Giuseppe De Rosa, is Daryl the most important character? Not now. No, I don't think he will be. I think after Rick, it'll be a combination of Carol, Daryl, and Michonne that are going to carry the show. Giuseppe De Rosa, the show is better than the comics. Again, that depends on the story that you're looking at. Some stories in the comics, they were absolutely epic. Some stories in the show, they were done a little better than the comics. Alright, that's the end of the stream. Thank you to everyone that joined and asked questions. Giuseppe De Rosa, first time I can actually say that. Yeah, I see what you mean. The show, it seems like it's getting a lot better. Okay, last question. Epic Zombie Killer, like, would the show have been as popular if it never did changes as did the same stuff in the comics did? Yeah, like I said, it depends. I think it would have been the same thing in terms of popularity. I don't think that would have impacted it that much. Last question. Giuseppe De Rosa, All Out War was probably better than the comics. Absolutely was. It certainly was. Alright, that's the end of the stream. Thank you to everyone that joined and asked questions. And for those of you that continuously support the channel, again, go to the Facebook page of the channel. Link is in the description. Like, follow the page to stay updated about uploads and also see the upload schedule. But for the weekly live stream Q&As, there's going to be one Friday night, 6 p.m. Mountain Time, one Saturday, 1 p.m. Mountain Time. And that's going to be the same from here on forward. There might be weeks where I can't do a live stream or I can't do 80 videos, but for the most part, that's going to be the schedule that I'm going to follow. The camera died again, but I'm not even going to attempt to fix it again. Thank you, everyone. See you next time for another super video.